Ayo, Nazztravagant, it's time to give him the game.
Ooh, wee! Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is. Don't act like y'all don't know the name. It's Nazztravagant, and I'm back to give y'all the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all been? How y'all been doing? Y'all been pushing that music? First things first. That's the name of the new episode. But first things first, real quick. First things first, real quick. I gotta promote my stuff. The new album, Destined for Greatness 4.1, out now everywhere, streaming well. My latest album, 6 years in the making, you know what I'm saying? Also, 555 album by Paris B, out now, streaming well everywhere. Stranger Disguise single by Honey Doll, featuring Humble Thrillskin, Frost Dollar, Paris B, produced by Yours Truly. Whole bunch of things going on. Y'all just gotta tap in. There's a lot of music going on. There's a lot of great things happening. So I just wanted to, promote that first. Tap into the artists, some of the independent stuff we doing on the music level. Tap in and see what's going on, and make sure y'all listen and vibe to all that stuff that's going on, man. We got a lot of great music and art that's out there streaming and just moving for y'all outside of this Giving Them the Game podcast for those of you that be tapping into this. But first things first, let's get right into it. First things first. Just like the record, the record is called First Things First, Get Your Business Right. And that's what this episode's all about. When we say first things first, it's get your business right, guys. Like, get your business right. When you go work at McDonald's, you just start working at the front desk office. Y'all just start flipping burgers and just start working the register. No, you get your business right. You figure out how much you're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? How much money they're putting up. You know what I'm saying? For you to fulfill this position that you're about to do. Same thing in sports. You're gonna just play basketball and just start balling for a team, not knowing what the numbers is looking like. You know what I'm saying? First thing is first. It's called Get Your Business Right. Y'all know the vibes. You know what I mean? I've been preaching this for a long time, but I swear, I feel like a lot of artists are not really, trying to get their business right. There's too much flippy floppy going around. Like, there's too much want to be famous, too much want to be dope on Instagram going on. And there's not a lot of sitting at the office, getting your paperwork on point, or wherever you don't even got to be at the office. You could be on your phone just structuring out your business plan and structuring out, all the different business mechanisms that you gotta conquer and start to get into when you're about to push a project or something like that. Because, it seems like a lot of people are spending a lot of time on the other side of things. Like, let's get this out the way first. First of all, I said this before, but I feel like a lot of people are not, understanding this 1 and 2 division. It's a division. We call it the music business, the music industry, whatever you guys want to call it. It don't matter. It's the music is one thing. The music is one thing, and then the business is a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably, too ill for even dropping this knowledge on y'all, because a lot of the bosses sometimes like you type of people that don't want to get your business right. And I'm not even saying that you gotta try to come in all hard and whatnot and try to play the whole businessman businessman vibe, and that's not really you. But all I'm saying is get engaged with your stuff, know how the numbers is moving, know what what you get versus what this other person's gonna get. You gotta outline your stuff, because everything is business. Everything is business. You know what I mean? But one thing I want to tell y'all though, before getting your whole business right, I'm gonna flip the script on y'all real quick. y'all gotta get your vibe right. Like your vibe gotta get like overly right. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's too much, there's too much, there's too much weird shit going on when you're trying to, conduct deals, or you're trying to do certain things or whatnot. Like people be acting weird, man. And like it goes back to like every time I make it, every time I try to put it in a sense of like a basketball team. When you think about a basketball team and how orchestrated and structured they have to move to try to win the championship, like niggas get on track. And all the teams that are not on track are the ones that are not winning. There's more than 30 teams in the NBA. I say it all the time. And like, the one team at the end wins. And I'm telling you, yeah, a lot to do with it. Got to be the star player. But like a lot more of it has to do with the role playing of a lot of people that are on a team, because every role is important. You know what I'm saying? Every position is important that makes the whole one team win at the end of the championship. And that's what a lot of people get misconstrued. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of teams are winning and failing on a lot of ends. And, people are chasing fame and chasing all this stuff and all this. And like, it's not working out because like, they simply don't got that business side right. Like, let's be real. Like in music right now, like, yeah, a lot of y'all got music right already. You got the music side down packed. Like y'all niggas is nice, but you suck at business. Like, cause you're not even doing it really. Like even with simple things like, uploading music or, figuring out splits, like those things are not even on point. Everybody just wants to get in the lab, get in the studio and drop records and drop this and that and this and that. You know what I mean? And, it's even been crazy for me as of late in this game, because like I'm out here dropping heat just like y'all are too. But then I have to spend a lot of time on the other end figuring out budget plans, what the fuck is getting spent on this and spent on that, how much I'm losing versus how much I'm gaining. Niggas are hyped on Instagram, but the numbers are not looking right in the back end. Like people don't take none of that into accountability until like, you reach a certain age or you reach a certain step of your career. But like by that time, you're already going to be robbed of, everything that you could have already had from the jump if you just pay a little bit of attention on doing your business. Like I always say it like this: be nice in music, do your stuff, but, put a little time or just as much effort into like sitting down and going to the library or just chilling at home and just orchestrating numbers, because numbers matter the most. You know what I'm saying? Like what happens when you don't take care or pay attention to your business? Like what happens? You get fucked in the end. Now you're arguing with people about money. You're arguing with people about who did this, who did that. I deserve this, I deserve that. How come I didn't know about this? Nigga, you didn't know about it because you wasn't trying to know about it. You didn't pay attention. You wasn't engaged. And like, that's why I said, like, that's why I feel like as of late, maybe I've made mistakes in the past, but like as of late, I've been a fair person in this business, and I've been trying to get everybody to understand and everybody to step up and, get their stuff right. They got to understand why certain things are happening, why certain breakdowns are happening like this, where we're losing at versus where we're winning at. Because like I said, it's a different, like I'm not talking to like you artists or you but people in this business who are not really taking it serious. Like if you're just doing it like a joke and like it's just like a Instagram thing for you, then like whatever. Don't take this into context or whatever. But if you're really serious, I'm serious. Like it's not just Instagram and Facebook and stunting. And like there's a lot that goes on in the back, and you got to get your numbers right, because like you're spending dough on this shit, and are you making money back on the back end? You know what I mean? Like how are you promoting, and who's promoting this, and who is spending the money on it at the end of the day? Like somebody, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you could be popping as an artist, right? And there's somebody in the back end that's really helping you get this right and formulate this. And, you're not really like paying attention, but they're spending all these dollars or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand business. I got bulletin notes written down right here on my phone. Trust me, I've been vibing. Like I know giving them the game hasn't been on for like, 2 months or whatnot, 3 months, but I'm trying to stretch it because like, I got to do what I got to do too. I'm in this biz too, doing my stuff. So, I gotta I gotta promote my stuff too. So I'm in the back actually doing everything I'm telling y'all that I'm doing. And that's a lot of stuff that these things take away from a lot of stuff that I'm doing on the music end. You know what I mean? So just check it out, man. Like y'all gotta get your business right. First things first. You gotta understand business, how it works, and how it has to be done in a certain way. Like all business is different. Y'all don't understand that. Giving them the game cups coming soon. All business is conducted different. It depends. Like I like to break it down sometimes like this. Like let's use $100. Let's use $100, right? If if we got a producer, an artist, a business investor, the label, let's just say it's the label, you know what I mean? And those are where the 3 splits are going. Or even let's say we got like little miscellaneous stuff that we've paid for, like videos or like artwork. But we won't even count that right now. Let's say we got the $100 on the table. Let's say I came with this $100. You know what I mean? And I got this producer, this artist. We all about to split this little $100. But out of this $100, I spent $100. And then we made back $100 profit. Now everybody thinks that we're going 33.33.33. Like, how are we going 33.33.33 if I put up my whole $100? That's why like these things got to be talked about at the beginning. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Like, and there's so many different ways I could flip this 33 or this 50-50 or this 75-25, whatever it is. Like everything's based upon numbers that got to be structured at the beginning. However you want to look at it. I could flip the script any way. Let's do it another way. Let's do it like this. Like, okay, I put up $100. I got this artist I've been investing into. Boom. We put up the $100. Now the $100 comes back. Do we go 50-50 on the $100? Or like, how do we do it? You know what I mean? You got the label handling, publishing, copyrights, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And then you have, the artist. The artist is doing this thing, writing the music, performing the music. You know what I mean? Then you have, the producers that you have to pay out if you're using, producers, material, depending on how you structure that deal. And y'all gotta, I'm gonna do another special on that whole thing too about production, because a lot of people are getting like the leasing part of it misconstrued when it comes to like uploading the music after too. So I gotta do an episode on that and, try to show y'all. And this is what I'm gonna tell y'all too. Right now, like I'm not trying to show y'all how to like do your how to do your royalties and all. I don't gotta tell y'all all that. Y'all could go on YouTube and find all that. That's the easy information. I'm telling you about the hard information, like the real shit. Like when I said get your vibes right. Like who's gonna want to do business with you if you don't even got your vibes right off top? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to show y'all the ropes. Like so you ain't gotta go through like shit that other artists that fell off early went through, or like stuff that I went through that I had to learn like the hard way. Like you niggas can eat big now if you get it right now, but you got to understand like the formation of business and how it works. Straight up. Moving along. Business is the same as everything, man. All business is the same. The drug game, 9 to 5, sports, acting. You gotta, everybody, when y'all come mess with like bigger niggas than you always, like some of y'all come in easy going, you know what I mean? But you're always expecting like a payout on something you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're an actor and you go do an acting role, you're expecting a payout, right? Like you want to get paid for this part. You're gonna know how much you're gonna get paid before you do it. Unless you're not. Unless y'all treating it like your music and then just, you're not paying attention to that. And that's the whole thing I'm telling y'all about getting your business right. First things first. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You guys could definitely learn from like other people's mistakes too. Like there's so much situations that you guys should have researched or can research as of now and understand like how like all this infrastructure goes, how all these business deals are worked out, as like how they work. You know what I'm saying? Like how they go. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different ways that it goes, and you guys got to understand all the different types, because even as an independent artist or independent venture or independent producer, all the stuff you're investing into has to go into accountability. You know what I mean? And sometimes like the person that you're working with that doesn't really have like everything on point or everything right, like it's not really like, it's not understood. You know what I mean? Unless you sit down and have a talk about it, make it understood. And why, like, because this is another thing I want you to understand. Like, when you make an investment, don't you want to get paid off the investment? Like, and recoup off the investment? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep making more money off the investment. That's the whole thing. You don't come in somewhere and invest $10,000 and then say, I'm just going to get my 10,000 back and I'm out. That's a bad investor. Like, that's not even an investing. Like, that's not investing. Investing is coming in with the 10 racks and hoping to make like 100,000 back off of it, recouping and hoping that you could still be a part of, this whole situation for what you're involved in. Like if I throw some money down on a business venture and this shit takes off, I don't want them just to pay me my money back. Like I'm now a part of this. Like, go look at the story about Uber. Like, Uber came to one of these dudes in Hollywood and he said no, and they got to the next investor, and the next investor, like, he was already rich, but that made him 2 times, 3 times richer. You know what I mean? Like, that's what investments are, and that's what you guys have to study too. So on the flip side of that, when someone wants to invest their time into you, or they invest into you, you as a person that's getting invested into, y'all got to understand that you're not going to get the same back as them. Like, the numbers are going to be different depending on what they're doing, what they're spending. And if you're not spending time understanding that, you're going to get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like many of us have already or still are. And like I said, this goes into anything. This podcast conversation revolves around music, but like, honestly, this concept revolves around anything, because like, first things first, before you step into anywhere, get your business right. You know what I'm saying? And I've made many mistakes in that field. Trust me when I tell you. So like, this is motivation. This is inspiration. Go get your business right, man. One person, just one person can mess everything up for the team when you do get the business right. Like, let's say, like, this is what it is. Like, this is the hardest thing to deal with when it comes to like business. You could sit down on a round table, you could get everything right with everybody, and then like, now y'all are moving forward, and then like, you got like one person in the camp who has ulterior motives, sideline jive, little side plans, little side hustles within the master hustle. Like, that shit don't work out. Like, and it's hard to detect those people sometimes, and sometimes you catch them late. And like, that's when it's cutting season, yo. Like, cutting season is serious. Like, it's a real serious thing, because like, you can't, like, when you're dealing with big money, or when you're trying to get into a bigger money field or level, you know what I mean? Like, certain people around you fuck it up because they're not hustling as hard as you. They're not understanding what the fuck you're trying to do, or they got some little side jive shit going on that's like fucking up the main goal of the plan. And that's what I said too. Like, if you're this type of person, choose where you want to be. Like, you don't have to be in these places fucking up everything. And if you're the opposite field, like, watch out for these niggas, and like, don't be scared to cut immediately, because like, you want to win. The whole point is winning. Cutting is just like basketball. Go back to basketball all the time. When someone on a team is not doing something right, or they're not complying with the way that the team is moving, what do? They trade the player for a different player that can work around this offense, this defense that we've built and constructed. So there's nothing different in it. It's all business at the end of the day. Get your business right. I know it's hard to understand, but y'all gotta understand this. You know what I mean? protect your vibe, man. Protect your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a person trying to start a business or run a business, you got to protect your vibe. And I hope that young entrepreneurs can understand what I'm saying, because like protecting your vibe is like the people you have around you. Like you really got to protect what you surface around you, the people you put around you. There could be annoying ass niggas around you. There could be conniving people around you. There could be people out to get you. There could be people that's just simply lost, and you can help those people and get them right. Because sometimes those lost people become like the most fire people around you or whatnot. You know what I mean? But you got to protect the vibe when you're building the business, because you got to have a clear head when you're going into any type of business, because any type of business could take off. I understand this right now, because sometimes what I've understood about business is that business is not just the content that you're selling. It's how you're running the business. It's how you're creating the foundation of the business. Any business plan could be successful, any one of them. Trust me when I tell you, because you guys are always still saying it out there. Oh, how come this is working? How come this is ripping? How come that? How? Because their business infrastructure is solid. And then the content could be whatever, but it's still going to work because the business is solid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so get your business right. Get your business right. Let me roll down this one more time and make sure I didn't forget something that I wanted to cover. You know what I mean? Let me see. Said that. Oh yeah, why it's important. I already covered that. I mean, I'll say it again though. Why it's important. Like, it's very important. You know what I mean? And let's take it back to music. Let's end it off talking about music. Why is it important? It's very, 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 very important, because everything y'all are doing, and again, I'm gonna start taking shots. I'm not literally watching, but I'm seeing, because if I go on Instagram right now, like I'm gonna just see all y'all posting music, and sometimes I go and check it out. I go like, oh, let me go check this dude out, and I go straight to like the Spotify, I go straight to like the Apple Music, and I go to look at credits, and like credits are scattered. I don't see the producer written down, I don't see the source, like, and then like I talk to I have different people that I talk to, and then I'll bring up this concept about streaming, because I'm in the streaming game heavy. I'm streaming well. I help a lot of artists with advertisement. We'll talk a little more about that in a second, with advertisement, and I've been helping a lot of artists like structure their streaming platforms and get their songs going in different places. You know what I mean? Alongside with my team. But yeah, like y'all are not doing a lot of things right. And again, and I know this, and I'm not throwing no shade, but I am stinging. A lot of y'all didn't have it right. And y'all got with a couple of my teammates around, you know what I mean? And y'all started moving. And I'm talking to more than just y'all. Like, this is to the world. I'm talking to everybody. Like, y'all got to get involved and engaged and start doing research. You're already in the music business once you start posting content on social platforms like DistroKid, and that brings you to Spotify and Apple Music and all that, or TuneCore or CD Baby, wherever y'all go. I know there's a whole bunch of more too, but the fact of the matter is the business side. And maybe you're not taking it serious because like, you're only making like $40 or $50 off your streaming real quick, but bro, that's still serious money. Like, take that 40 or 50 and invest into something else real quick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to this. What will happen if you don't pay attention to this? We said it a little bit earlier, but let's get a little more deeper into it. What will happen if you don't pay attention to it? Niggas start fighting later. Niggas start hating each other later. Now it's not even about the content no more. It's not even about the creativity no more. Now it's all about the money and what he got and what they got. You know what I mean? People be hating on different people in the camp, not understanding their roles. Like, why he this, why he that. This is what's going to happen if you don't get this business right early. You know what I mean? And on a bigger level too, like think like me. If y'all are leaders and bosses, like, let's get out of the old school, old fashioned way. Let's stop trying to rob niggas out here. Like, let's really make them see why they're getting 30% or 12% or 15%. Let them understand why it's 50%. Show them how. Show it. Show them. You can show them better than you can tell them. And that's why I like some of y'all that be hollering at me and be coming to my domain, and I show y'all this stuff and show you the facts. You know what I mean? Based upon what I've done in this game or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So on an independent level, you know what I mean? We ain't trying to over brag or over, we just trying to state facts and spit the truth, so that a lot of you young artists out there that don't get this on a day-to-day, I'm like your big brother. I'm giving you information that you need to proceed, and you could get this shit done quicker, easier, faster, at a iller and doper facet, and really, handle business and get it right. Because y'all are only handling outside business, outside of music. You're handling everything. When you go do a little construction play, again, you're taking, you want to know how much you're getting paid for this. When you go and do this and that, you want to know how much you're getting paid. It's all about the dollars. But then when you're doing the music, it's like everybody's playing boo boo the fool. No one knows what's going on. So let's pay attention and let's really get engaged, my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really got to get engaged with all this, because this is serious business out here. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to throw something out there, though. If any of y'all, at this point, and again, giving them the game is global, it's worldwide. People are gonna be listening to this years later, but if you're listening to it now, tapping in, and and you're in this, this realm with me right now that we're in 2020, tap in with 1KX Media and go holla at them on Instagram, 1KX Media, and go try to holla at them about getting your Spotify streams or whatnot and playlistings going, and, DM them and go a little more further, and try to get some info on how they can help you guys in different ways. I'm associated with those guys, so I'm recommending them. So I recommend that you guys go and deal with them. I'm dealing with them, and, they're really great. So holla at them about that. But again, first things first, get your business right out there. Get your business right. Get your business right. Get your business right. First things first on anything you do. Get your business right. Treat this music industry. Treat your music like you treat everything else around you. Like, treat it like y'all hustlers. Treat it like you hustle. Flip it up. Your artist is the weight. It's, get them paid and make them understand. Do it fair. Build people up. Because if you build people up around you, the tree keeps moving. You keep moving up. And some of y'all got to understand that about business too. Understand the thing about business. Stop trying to overstep your role, or what what you can do, or what you can contribute to the team. Because the team don't always need you for everything you know how to do. The team may need you for something that you know how to do, and you can bring this up. We don't need the secret plans, the ulterior motives, the shade, the hate on this nigga, the confusion. Like, we don't need all that. Business can go on point. It could be right if it's structured right. Just a conversation. What's funny too about business? Like, I went to Boston this past month, and I sat with my uncle, and he was just talking to me about like contracts and, all types of stuff. And he just elaborated on me, and he just went ham on me and started asking me like questions that threw my brain for a loop. And it was the illest questions that I ever heard in my life. And, it was some stuff that I had that I wasn't, I don't want to talk too much about the information, but it was just like a couple of things that he had told me that I didn't have right. And it was like a smack in the face, but like with knowledge. And I went ahead and got my stuff right. I'm not naive. I'm not naive to the fact if I don't know the business. Because even me, I'm learning every day. I'm into different things. I'm stepping into real estate and wholesaling. Not just in this music business. I'm running wing companies with my team. We're doing stuff out here, and we're building, and we're trying to get the business right, just like I'm telling you guys. But a lot of you guys that are, not as experienced as me, or haven't been doing it as long as me, this is what I'm doing, giving them the game for, so that y'all can tap in with me. Even on the outside level, hit me up on IG and wherever y'all can find me. I might take a little bit to get back to you, but I guarantee I'm gonna get back to you, because we out here trying to build, and I'm out here trying to work with people, not over crazy, but, I'm trying to be involved everywhere I can be involved at. You know what I mean? So if you need help understanding more stuff, we can get deep. Again, I'm not trying to go show you how to publish your music and how to copyright your music. You can go get all that information on YouTube elsewhere. Those are very great videos, but they're boring. This right here is the real. This is the back end of everything. Like I said, fuck trying to get your, one more time I'll say it, fuck trying to just go copyright the music, man. Like sometimes, and again, let me say another thing. I went to college. I went to Emma. I got the music business degree. Like it's not what you think it is. Even going to college ain't what you think it is. Like just getting information is not gonna make you the guy. You have to apply the information. You have to apply the information and you have to live the information and do it and go through the steps to understand how business works. You understand what I'm saying? So like, just get your business right, guys. Don't let none of this information go over your heads. You know what I mean? Like, stay engaged. I know I'm everywhere, but it's a lot to talk about. I had these things written down. I could talk to you guys for hours and hours, but that's why we're going to leave a little more for y'all to just tap in and, you know, and get with us. You know what I mean? But yeah, also too, oh, this guy wants to tap in. Let's see what he wants to talk about real quick. You're live on Giving Them the Game right now. Yep. We're about 31 minutes in. We're gonna wrap up in a couple. You want to elaborate on some stuff? First of all, who are you, man? What you calling in and doing, man? Who are you? Freelance. I'm over here dropping gems on them, man. Hard body. I'm over here dropping gems, hard body about getting their business right. And I was just, I think I was just wrapping up about like what would happen like when you don't get your business right. I was telling them like, I was just talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man. But I mean, if I could talk to you about anything, or if you could say one thing, what would you tell the people about like getting their business right off top? Like, why is it so important to you to get your business right off top in the music sense?
Well, coming from my experience, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of monkey business, you know what I'm saying, with you, with people in the industry, with, you know, locals, and if you ain't got your business right, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna last in this business, like straight up, because I haven't seen people fall off the face of the earth just because of the business weren't right. It don't matter how much talent you got, like you gotta have your business right. And if anybody in this world that I know that can give you that advice, that's you, my brother. Yeah, Nazztravagant, man. You the guy for the job, bro. I could vouch for you right now.
I appreciate. I was just telling them too that like I'm not coming off on this Giving Them the Game episode like soft and trying to show them this is how you publish your music and this is how you upload your songs on to Spotify. Like, no, you can find you. No, I was like, y'all can find that. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to give them like the back end down and gritty. I also want you to elaborate on this one too, if you could, brother, before you dip out. I said something earlier about like even before you get your business right, you got to get your vibe right. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, what could you say? What could you say to elaborate on that topic, bro?
Man, I can go so many ways just off a vibe. Like if you rub off on somebody the wrong way, bro, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with you. No one's gonna want to have the next conversation with you. No one's gonna have a vision for you or even want to listen to your vision if you got a whack vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, man, getting your vibe right is pretty much getting your business right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel that.
I'm not trying to say you need to be a yes man. You gotta kiss ass and do all that. You ain't gotta do none of that. You just gotta be cool, smooth, know how to communicate, and you know, stick to the script, stick to the plan. Like, you know, you got a plan. You guys talking about some stuff, and you get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, it all comes with like experience. Like some people are just thinking that their whack attitude is gonna get them far. It's not gonna get you nowhere. Like, I'm sorry. Like, don't nobody want to deal with a hothead. Don't nobody want to deal with attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be who you are and comply and get your job done right without having to think that you're above somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be eye level with people. Even if you're under somebody or over them, it don't mean you gotta act like you are or have that persona like you are. So yeah, man, I'm big on vibes. We both big on vibes. Like we talk about that all the time. Like you know what I'm saying? I be wanting to put high heads in headlocks. Like I don't want to deal with that. Like get the hell out of my face with that shit. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Get your vibe right. Fuck you. Like I don't want to deal with you. You feel what I'm saying? And I've seen it. Like you already know.
I was gonna mention to the people too that I might be on some episodes. I might be adding a couple of people to the seats to fulfill the podcast so we can make this a little more, you know what I mean? So I was thinking about getting you on here, man. Trust me, boy, on a couple of episodes, see how you do, see where we go with it. Cause I'm trying to go a little bit deeper with giving them the game, bro. Cause like I feel like everything we talk about has like it has a lot to do with life, bro. Like in just mad different ways. And I keep referring to stuff from like basketball, you know what I'm saying, and all different type of things. So like live with Humble Throat right there. Zoom up on them real quick. Is zoomed in? No, like just like the face. Okay, yeah, bro, we in here. Yeah, bro, you're getting seen on a different level from the camera angle. So like they're not seeing all this. You know what I mean? But I got one more question to ask you. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like this is already 36 minutes. We in here giving them the game. This is good information. I got one more question to ask you. So like. I don't know how to ask this. Let me see how I know how to ask. Let me see. So, if you could talk to the role players in a team, what would you tell them?
Oh, that's easy money.
Especially like the role players who are like they can't see like LeBron win, like being the guy like in the like, you know what I mean? Like, what could you tell the role players?
Let me tell you something. I've been a role player my whole life, and I take pride in being a role player because everybody don't have to be the star, bro. Like the role players, they have no idea how big they are in the back doing their job and making the star shine. Because everything is built off structure. Everything's built off team. Everybody has to play a role, bro. Everybody's role is crucial and important. You know what I'm saying? And if I have to give any advice, I would say like, yo. Y'all need to practice loyalty. Y'all need to just be patient. Look, if you have any like visions on having a spot of the person that you're playing a role for who has a spotlight, you can get that spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to just be maximum patient. Like get blessed. Like get blessed naturally. Don't try to like finagle your way, fuck people over, and try to take shortcuts to get to the top or to be the star role player, because at the end of the day, bro, like it's all about winning. Yeah. There's a lot of people that did not win because they didn't want to. They thought that their role was like, oh man, like why do I got to be that guy? Like why do I got to be the camera guy? Why do I got like fuck? Stop asking why. Do your shit, and I promise you, you're gonna move up, and you're gonna have people that was in your spot. You know what I'm saying? It's a ripple effect, like, you know what I mean? But people don't want to listen to us. They don't want to hear us.
That little Akon video I sent you earlier, he was talking about that exact same thing too. That's crazy you mentioned that.
Yeah, man.
All right, Thriller, you got to give him the outro though, bro. Give him your little outro. We enjoyed your knowledge, bro. We can't wait to get you here with your body, bro, and see you possibly on the podcast with you, yourself, and possibly one other third guy, maybe to just cap on and rag on us. I'm just playing. I'm playing, bro. Now I'm just trying to build it, bro. Like I've been trying to tell the people, like giving them the game is fun, bro. Like it's not that serious. Like I don't want niggas like watching it trying to over judge. Like you either want the information or you don't. But at the end of the day, you need the information, nigga. Like, and I'm giving it to you raw and uncut and too real. I'm not giving it to you. This is how you upload your music right here to Spotify, and this is how you then it goes to no. All right, y'all. There's a whole bunch of YouTubes doing that. I'm in the back, like before y'all upload that. Whose music is this? You know what I'm saying? Who did this? Who did what? What is how much? And you see how we do it. You remember the text I gave you when on the hit that you was on with Stranger Disguise? I was like, yo, bro, how much you feel comfortable with on Stranger Disguise? Like, I gave you a text.
Big business.
You know what I mean? Big business. And like, and like, it's probably even like quick and small to us because we've already got past that point. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people, they're not past that point yet, or they haven't even come to that point, or they're at that point and they're just doing whatever, moving around, bro. Like, I can't wait. Yo, bro, you're going to tap into, I know you're in the East Coast, Boston right now, but you're going to watch like the beginning of this. It's been a nice episode, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Say bye to the people. Humble Throwskin, guys.
To understand the information that you're getting it from a God King out here. I'm not bragging. This is real shit that he's giving y'all. I've seen this guy maneuver and operate on everything that I haven't even heard what he's talking about on this episode, but I guarantee you everything's on the money, and y'all need to open up your ears, and y'all need to, you know the vibes. I ain't got to say no more. Like, Naz, keep doing your thing, man. And you know me, I got your back, bro, and let's get it, man.
That's go.
It, man. Humble Throwskin, I'm out.
Humble Throwskin, guys. Yeah, that's my brother. That's one of the guys. Y'all seen him on one of the other episodes. He can vouch. Like, you always need a guy that seen it. I don't like to be those dudes that like talk about something heavy and then like you have nobody to vouch for the story. It's like when I know a couple of friends like that. Like, they always be like, yo, when I was young, I was drug dealing heavy. I'm like, yo, bro, nobody can vouch for this story, so we're not really engaged in this. But like, when you got somebody that can hype and amp you up, like, it makes it feel better. You know what I mean? And we could talk about that too, like later on in different episodes about like, how to shape up, rusty people in your camp that got fire talent or they got something in them, and you just, hype them up and engage them, and you be that rock for them and make them see something different than they see than themselves. And that's one of the things that I do as the innovator. You know what I mean? I come rough, but I come correct. You know what I mean? But listen, everybody, I appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of Giving Them the Game. We back. Episode 7. First things first. Don't ever forget it. Don't forget who told you first. Get your business right. Also, the Get Your Business Right record out now, featuring Frost Dollar everywhere. The new projects are out now. We Extraordinary Music Group. Y'all already know who it is. I am Nazztravagant.
I'm giving them the game. I know, and Nazztravagant's the name. Tune in. I'm giving them